We always enjoy when brothers Seth and Adam Catron visit us on the show and give you advice on the housing market. Check out this week's Real Tips.
All right, guys, we're back. Adam Catron with FC Tucker, my brother Seth Catron with House Masters. With all the rain and all the water we've had recently, we wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about flooding, rain getting into the home, some things to think about when you're purchasing a home, and some things to do to help keep that house dry as you're living in the home for years to come. So one of the things that I always like to talk to my buyers about is when you're purchasing a home, you can purchase a home with cash or you can do a mortgage. A lot of times if you are purchasing a home with a mortgage, one of the things that you got to look for is the flood insurance. So one of the things that I always talk to my buyers about is how do you remember what your mortgage payment consists of? And there's 4 things there. And you can remember it by PITI, P-I-T-I. That's principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. So pretty much your mortgage is going to stay the same. There's only a few things that can fluctuate that would change that monthly payment for your mortgage. And one of those things is the insurance for the home. FEMA right now has designed some flood maps to include certain homes that are within a certain range or proximity to flood areas or areas that are typical to get flooding. So when you're purchasing a home with a mortgage, that lender is going to require some flood insurance. It basically protects their investment that they are giving you this money to get into the home, and if it should flood, they're protected. So when you are purchasing a home, you really need to check with your insurance provider about the flood insurance. What all does it cover? For the most part, a lot of the times, the flood insurance doesn't cover items in a basement, which is typically where you're going to get most of your water damage. So I always recommend really being thorough with your insurance company. Make sure you know what's covered and make sure that, you know, if you're getting into that home, that it's going to be affordable for you, because flood insurance can range from $1,000 a year to, I've seen it up to $8,000 a year. After I help you out and find out which mortgage is going to work best for you, get the flood insurance in place, the next step is make an offer on a home and have a home inspector come in and look for signs of past water damage. So I bring my buyer in, Seth comes and does the inspection, then we ask Seth, what are you looking for? How do we know that maybe this basement is good? There aren't any water signs, or how would we know that there has been, past signs of water damage?
Usually I'll start off on the outside, and that will give me a pretty good idea of if there's been water coming into the house. Some of the few things that a home inspector will check is the downspouts and the gutters. A lot of times you're going to be looking at the seams. There could be several seams that on a gutter system can leak. There's a few products out there that you could use to help seal it up. There's some spray stuff. If you go to Lowe's, they've got a whole shelf of things that you could use to seal your gutters. The big one is the downspouts. Now we want to make sure that we're getting the water away from the foundation, and clogged downspouts are going to be one of the #1 things that will cause water to get into the basement or the crawl space.
So again, guys, if you have any questions at all about whether this home requires flood insurance or what type of insurance you need to put on that home, give me a call. I'll walk you through the process. I'll get you that information. And when it comes time to buying that home and getting it inspected, give House Masters a call, talk to Seth. He'll be able to walk you right through the inspection process and show you if you got anything to be concerned about when it comes to water penetration getting inside the home.
For more Real Tips with Adam and Seth Catron, go to realscene.tv.